Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
And hello everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled week of Grumpy Vlogger Live. So, okay, it's been kind of squirrely. My son's been visiting, so you're going to hear my dog raise hell when he goes out the door, and I'll have to get up. But I'm going to go ahead and bring Art in right away. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing all right. Doing much better than Saturday. Still a little tired, but better.
Yeah. It's Lake Pilot says my glacier makes a hell of a mess in Alaska. It's probably melting off up there right now. That would be the Mendenhall Glacier, by the way. One of my kinfolks, one of the shirt tail relatives from way back when, went up there and named it that. I think he had to do with weights and measures and stuff like that. There's all, there's a part of the family that actually has money. Unlike my side of my branch, we don't. But yeah, my son is here, and so you're going to hear my Pepper hates him. So I had to put Pepper in a cage, and he's right outside the door because I had to move the cage into the living room so we could talk back in the bedroom. So he's sitting there talking to Judy right now. When he gets ready to leave, it's going to sound like he's been kicked across the room, And oh my God, him and James just, for some reason, he just won't settle down. So I just put his ass in the cage and then brought the cage into the living room so we could visit back there. But anyways, let me bring in the thunder from down under, Mr. Dominic.
Good evening.
Hey. And how you doing, Dominic?
Yeah, I'm all right. The pea soup fog here. So it's not good at
wintertime there. Yeah. It's fall.
We're heading in the right direction at least.
Yeah. So, all right, and let's bring in Mr. Charles in charge before dog's going to be raising hell. Hey, Charles.
Hey, everybody. Lloyd, Art, Dominic, folks in chat.
So how you doing, Charles? So mom didn't get the appointment today?
No, she. Excuse me. She told me last night.
But not everybody deserves happiness.
She didn't want to try and get out today, so they called us actually this morning, and so we made an appointment for Wednesday afternoon.
Okay, good. So, yeah, it's actually been nice here today. The weather's been decent. Was it? Yeah, yesterday on your show, Art, we were talking about pizza, so I went to Pizza Inn and got a pizza tonight.
Good. I just finished off the pizza that I ordered on Saturday during my show.
Yeah, well, it's Pizza Inn makes a pretty good pizza. Costs about $20 for a large, and that'll last us for a few days. So
good.
Anyways, but yeah, so it's been, the temperature is currently, what is it right now? It's 85 degrees. Oh my God.
Ooh, nice.
It's like a cold. Yeah, it is nice. Humidity's probably a little high, but we had thunderstorms and stuff. It looks like we're going to have rain tomorrow. We've been having thunderstorms like at 3 and 4 in the morning. And so, okay. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to put, here we go. Exactly. So, all right, I'll be right back.
All right, while he's doing that, I will take over and say hello to everybody in the chat. We've got TJ of TJ Giggles and Drones. We've got Jamie, Droning with Jamie. Tim Johnson, Charles Galuski, East Coast Thrills. JD Flying Canuck, I think he's over at one of my channels. And Waypoint New England, Steve Knowles. And Ronnie, God bless America. And we got Mark Sullivan. And we got, we got Bill, Chin Dynasty. And we got Dominic, Northside Hawk. And we got Jody, Drone Shots.
Jody.
And Johnny, drone flyer. Hey, Johnny.
Right.
And we got Joe, Photo Leo, artistic aerial. And we got who else? Oh, Brett, Brent, eat more possum. Joey J Bird. He is interested in my adult toys I'm selling. So
Yeah, I read that.
and we got Lee, Yellow Rose Drones. And that is about it. So we got a good crowd tonight. So and we got Mew Drone 4K.
Yep, on
And
my
Billy
channel.
Tompkins. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? So the weather's getting cold in
The weather's
Australia.
warming up here.
Yeah.
Slowly warming up.
Good.
Days are
Warmed
getting
up
longer.
here yesterday. We only got into the 60,
Oh, good.
which is cool for August. Yep.
Yeah, we're moving into the 60s.
Okay.
Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk.
Grant, good to see you.
Or for people of South Australia, he's Grant, not Grant.
Grunt, or grunt.
Right, to everybody I've missed.
Oh, grunt and potatoes.
Yeah, there you go. So today, well, I got the drone together. And I got the bots out, so I just need to get in the bots and get Maddie's coffee out. But tomorrow, I've got a doctor's appointment right after work. So it's just going to be a regular work day and then off to the dots for my annual physical.
Well, that's all right.
And he's back.
I am back, yes. So sorry about that, but James comes over and he for some reason he always does it on Mondays. Usually he's mowing the lawn, but it's been too hot, so he was catching us up with everything that's going on in his world right now. So, but anyways.
And Justin's here, and Maddie. Hey, Maddie.
Okay. Did you say hi to everybody for me?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're all caught up.
Hello to everybody I've missed.
Oh.
And
So yeah, hello everyone in the chat.
That's the easiest way
I had
to do
this
it.
all I had this all set up and ready, and I was just hadn't got the link sent out. I had it all set up. I thought, oh crap, he's here. So I started sending out the links after you texted me and said, hey, I need the link.
Yeah. So I get set it up on my channels.
Yep.
Right.
I've got it on ArtCo and 3 Conservative Gimps.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah.
And I also tweeted it out
and
I emailed it out to all the UAVs on my email list.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Well, Saturday, if some of you guys follow us, know me, or are friends with me on Facebook, saw some of the pictures. We had a big shindig for my cousin. It was his 90th birthday. And, I tell you what. Well, it was a good thing because we got to be with a lot of family. One of my cousins from New Mexico and his wife drove up here to celebrate, so I got to spend time with him and visit with him. He and I, when my sister passed away back in 1968, because she was 20 years old and I had gone downstairs to wake her and she had died in her sleep. And I was the one who found her, so I had to. Anyways, at the end of my grandfather just died the week before, so it was kind of a rough year in 1968. So I went and spent the summer down there with my aunt and uncle, and he and I we're like brothers down there, and because I think he's 9 months older than me, but had a blast. But oh my God, the food wasn't worth. It just wasn't that good. it was that finger food type stuff, and it was,
Yeah.
hey, Bob Casey.
Bob Casey.
Bob
Chuck.
Casey. And we got
And-
Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck too.
Ovation.
But anyway, so we had it was a good thing. It was one of the things that did happen though a couple days before on the Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. One of my cousins that's 3 years older than me died.
Ooh.
And I mean, we knew he was sick, but we weren't expecting it to happen. I mean, he was gone. They didn't have a service for him. They just went ahead and cremated him, and he'd been sick for a while, but it still happened rather suddenly. We weren't expecting it, so that kind of put a damper on it. But this was a way for us, because they didn't have a service. We got to all spend time together. It wasn't at a funeral, which is when we usually all meet, and so we had a lot of fun. But
so it was a shake and bake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a shake and bake. That was it, pretty much. That was
And I
about it.
helped.
Yeah, but it's he was one of the three that Judy's parents raised. So it was like to Judy, it was like losing a brother. So
We got Alexis in the chat.
well, hello, Alexis, and
Might be.
yeah, I need to put that over on comments so I can see everybody that's coming up. There we go. But so that was kind of put a little bit of a damper on it, but we still had a good time. But nobody could hear anything. I mean, because most of the people there were deaf.
Huh?
So, yeah, exactly.
What?
And then they had some cousin of a cousin's grandson playing the guitar, singing songs from in the 50s, 60s. No, I wish that would have been. But this was, he was playing on an acoustic guitar, singing bluegrass and country, and just, and he was good, but they plugged it into an amplifier. I mean, hell, none of us could hear to talk with before he started playing music. After they put the music on, nobody could hear shit. And so, my cousin who turned 90, he was the smart one in the bunch. He rode around from table to table in his little scooter, telling everybody he loved him. If you wanted to tell him something, he hands you a whiteboard and a pen. And you ask him the question, and then he reads it and answers you. So, he was a...
That's a good idea. You know what? I might have to do that at holidays with my family, because I don't know what it is. My niece, she just talks like this, and what? And she likes to talk to me while I'm eating. When all you can hear. And then she goes, "Art." Yeah, I'm eating here. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
sorry, Alexis. I didn't mean this.
Judy has a lot of problems with her speech anyways, okay? So we had all of our cousins around the table were deaf. They're hard of hearing. The one cousin, he didn't, whose brother passed away. Now his sister, she can hear pretty good, but he can't. Because there was a brother and sister there, two of them that Judy grew up with, and he didn't have his hearing aids in, which wouldn't have done any good anyways. Because when you get that damn many people, because there was probably 150 or more people there, and they were we were in an old depot feed store, Katy Depot. It was an old feed store that had been turned into a museum.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
That was about it right there. And what it is, it's no longer a feed store. Matter of fact, it's an area that they've revitalized in downtown called the Depot District, and it's where the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame is at. And it's a really nice venue, but I guess you can rent it out. I didn't know you could, but. So we're in this big, high ceiling, like I said, it was the section where all the feed was at, because I used to go down there to buy, dog food and pet supplies and stuff like that. So it was sort of the warehouse side of the building, and so it had a lot of echo to begin
to make your mash.
Yeah. And it was. it was that kind of a venue, so it was loud and and like I said, nobody could hear. And Judy was trying to talk to him. Well, with Judy's speech pattern, screwed up as it is, it got to the point where my one cousin couldn't understand anything she was saying. So I'd have her tell me what she was saying because I pretty much understand what she's trying to say. And then I'd revert it back to him and he could look at me and see what I was saying. And we managed to work that out. But now Judy can't hardly talk because her brain just overloaded trying to talk to all these different people Saturday night that it's just short circuiting today. It's just like, yeah, it's just been a rough day for her talking. So, and of course my son comes over and wants to visit and she's trying to talk with him and it just got worse as the day went on. So, but anyway, so that's the way my weekend went. How'd y'all's weekend go?
I had a pretty good weekend, yeah.
What, Dominic? Say that again. I'm sorry. I talked over you.
I said I had a pretty good weekend. My football team won, so I'm happy with that.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Charles, how'd your weekend go?
Well, it's pretty good. Relatively quiet around here.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I wish you'd quit talking so much.
He hogs the conversation, I know.
I know. We got Joel, Mr. Skyfly.
Hey, Mr. Skyfly. Yep.
Hey, Joel.
Me, I
Johnny
flew
Droneflyer.
the police auction. What was it? Oh, the Avada. I finally got it fixed. Finally got it bound to my account. And by the way, the video that I made, how to unbind from another account, that video will be airing in about an hour.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw it in the members only section. I watched that. I did. I watched it, Art. I actually watched the video.
Good.
So,
you and 3 other people.
Yeah. Well, it's the members section, so not, you'll pick up more. It'll be of more interest to everybody once it gets up there. It's good information there. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But hello, Captain Ray. How you doing, Jay Bird?
Hey, Ray.
Yep.
But it's I didn't get. That's why I didn't get to see your show. Not that it would have done me any good to see your show because you've got a damn filter on that prevents me from ever winning. So I mean, what's the point?
Wait a minute, you win.
Only if only if Grant wins and then he gifts it to me. But my name does not roll through on that. I shouldn't say anything because I've actually had a pretty good winning streak over the last month and a half. Because I got free will filters from Ken Hare, and that was pure luck. Yeah. And mine actually came in within probably 2 weeks after I won.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've already got them, and they're for the Avada, and but yeah.
Yeah, so Alexis had the
fake Captain Ray. Yeah, there is a fake one out there.
Hey, did you hear about this special government program I can talk to you about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately. And, the thing is I actually was trying to get hold of one of my cousins that I've left messages with him and everything. I'll have to get hold of his daughter because I can't get hold of her. But I looked up his name and there's somebody else's picture. I mean, it's his picture, when you look at the friends, he's only got 3 of them. And, and the guy that is there is not, because the guy whose picture is up there is actually a decent looking guy. And this poor cousin is not the handsomest of fellows, I can say. He's pretty butt ugly, but, that's, and, I won't say his name in case he accidentally watches my show, but, but yeah, it was fun seeing all the family, but
good.
I've actually seen some of the. I've seen more of this. I've seen more of two sets of these families in the last month and a half than I've seen in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Maybe 20. And matter of fact, I saw a cousin that the cousin that turned 90. It was his oldest son. Well, his oldest son and young, both his boys were there, and that's the first time I've seen them since the 90s.
Wow.
Maybe even the 80s. I'm trying to think if they were at my dad's funeral in 96 or not. I'm not even sure they were at his funeral. I think one of them might have been, but so that was 1996 was the last time I saw some of these guys. What's that, 30, 25, 24 years, 28 years. Anyways, you do the math. But yeah, it's like, okay. The only thing I can say is the Larry and myself, the one I went and spent the summer with, he and I have aged better than this other, because there's three of us, although the one that he just is a month older than me. He's actually our second cousin, because his dad. Anyways, there were so many kids that they spanned. I had cousins dying of old age before I ever hit 25. I mean,
wow.
And we're talking they were living into their 80s. I had cousins that were in their 80s when I was 25. So,
wow.
And those were first cousins. Those weren't like my dad's cousins.
Right.
Those were like my first cousins. And it's like, okay. Yeah. So, there's I see Catskills Brad is joined.
Yep. Brad's here.
And Mark Sullivan.
Mark Sullivan. Steve
Coast
Knowles.
Thrills. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
But, yeah, don't forget, if you see somebody in the chat and you're not subscribed to them, reach out there and check them out. But yeah, and so because I've seen so much of the family now, I think I've seen enough to last me until the next funeral. Which at the rate we're going is going to be next month, probably. No, I hope not. But, some of them it's good only seeing them every 30 years,
Right.
15 minutes of them, I'm thinking, I didn't miss anything. So, it's, like I say, I love all my cousins. I just don't necessarily like all of them.
Not quite.
Hello,
Mark.
Yeah, we were talking about cricket last night on Uncle Bill's show, weren't you guys? Yeah.
Yep. Trying to explain the intricacies of cricket and how it goes, what types there are.
Yeah. Has anybody looked up to see what type of, what particular style of cricket they were playing down there in Texas?
I didn't look, actually, no. Because there were, as I said last night, there were three types.
Right.
Got the 2020 cricket, the one-day internationals, and then the tests.
Right. Yeah, and the test cricket. That's the one I think that's the one I know I am more aware of. And the only reason I know as much about cricket as I do is because I've watched enough British television, like Perot and, Midsummer Murders and just a whole bunch of other stuff that I got tired of them talking about it, me not understanding and watching it, not understanding what the hell they were talking about. I actually looked it up. So,
yeah, because test cricket is over 5 days and everybody wears white, whereas the one-day internationals and the T20 or 2020 is referred to as pajama cricket because they wear colourful outfits.
Right. Yeah, I'm used to the test cricket because all the ones I ever watch are always wearing white. So and so now in test cricket, do they? It's only 5 days, but do they have all the teams across the UK or across Australia all at the same time, or does each little area have their own test matches?
It depends on how it goes. Generally, it's a national team versus another national team.
Right.
But they have state cricket where various clubs in the state cricket play each other.
Right. Okay.
But the ones that we mainly looked at was the main cricket nations, which are Australia, New Zealand, India, Sri Lanka.
Right. Yeah. Because I know there's been I forgot what they. There's one
now,
episode.
If you have a bunch of cricket teams, are they a swarm?
That's a good
Or
thought.
are they locusts?
Yeah, valid point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now,
in crickets, in Texas they use crickets as bait to go fishing. Yeah.
England. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are 10. I think there are 10 nations that play in the World Cricket Championship.
Right.
Mark should be able to give me a little bit more information. Mark,
Yeah.
White, because he's
British.
England,
Yeah, it's like we were talking.
Yeah, because Australia plays England for the Ashes, and each club and nation basically tours each of the various countries as well.
What did I do? There we go.
Oh,
that's what I was trying to
do. Won't argue with that.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, it's interesting to watch. I mean, once you kind of understand what the hell they're doing, but but I was never. I find I like watching baseball now more than when I was a kid. I was never really I never liked sports anyways. Other than I love playing, sandlot baseball or just. I mean, we used to play baseball out there over there on where in my neighborhood. We played baseball out in the streets. We played football. Out in the streets.
Yep.
And I was on the asphalt. There's none of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now the problem with that neighborhood is everything was built in terraces, and so there's like a 2-foot drop from house to house. So we either had to play in one yard or the other because otherwise you're running. Depending on which side you were on, you were either running uphill or if you were lucky enough, you got to run downhill. But our next door neighbor, the problem was with him is his dad had a drinking problem and didn't like anybody disturbing him. He also worked nights. So, and he was kind of a crusty old fart. And he thought his lawn was a professional PGA golf course. So he treated it like that. So playing football in their yard was kind of a, taboo. He didn't. It was. He didn't like it. So, hey, might be.
Now that your discussion of football is American football, as in gridiron.
Gridiron, yeah, gridiron,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, gridiron, yeah, yeah. Nobody played when I was a kid. Yeah, exactly. Nobody played soccer or football. Like you guys did. Like the European, we didn't have soccer here when I was a kid. It was gridiron all the way.
That started in the 70s.
70s, yeah, it was in the 70s, and I think when it finally caught on here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right.
Preseason NFL starting
football.
this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah,
your competition usually starts as we finish.
Right, yeah. Because you're coming out of your. No, you're headed into. You're headed into spring. Yeah, you're headed into springtime.
So
we're headed into fall.
We've got 3 weeks left in our regular season, and then we have 4-week playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We call them finals. You call them playoffs.
Right. Grant says watching paint dry is more exciting than watching cricket. Yeah, yeah. It's the same with baseball because they've got 9 innings. They've got 3 strikes per player, 3 up to 3 outs. And sometimes it's like it takes forever to.
Not so anymore. They've added a pitch clock.
A what?
Pitch clock. They have 10 seconds to set and throw the ball.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
And if they
because it.
don't throw it in a lot of time, it's a ball. And if it's a ball,
Yeah,
then they walk.
that's
Yeah.
right. I thought I had noticed something like that,
Mhm.
but I wasn't paying attention to it because
And also, it's the same for the batter too, because they have a set time to get in the box. Because remember, there used to be players that used to screw around adjusting their gloves and this and then
banana ball. Yeah,
mm-hmm. So
we let the girls play AFL before the big boys start their season. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, we have women's football as well. So
yeah.
So we've got women's football.
When our men's competition finishes, we have the AFLW, which is the AFL women's.
Right.
And that goes pretty much all the way to Christmas.
Can we give you our women's soccer team?
No, you can keep it.
Yeah. That idiot with the pink hair. Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Rachel Maddow's sister.
I hate to say that, but it was good seeing him lose.
Yeah.
That was American sports in general has just become useless. I mean, it's just there's no entertainment value. The only entertainment value is to wait until the highlight reels show up on YouTube.
Why World Sports?
Yeah, well, is that show even on anymore?
No, it went away.
It's been dead for 20 years, hasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That used to be the show to watch on the weekend if you wanted to catch up.
That's right. And then we got Howard Cosell.
And
Muhammad Ali. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. Look at him run. Look at that monkey run. That's what got him fired.
That's what got him fired. I was going to say that's exactly what got him fired. It's just, it's a different time, and but Howard Cosell was just
he was
boring
unusual.
As hell. Yeah. Him and Muhammad Ali had that thing going. They actually worked well off of each other as far as promo work goes. Sort of like WWE wrestling. They were great. They did great. They cut great promos. As they say in the wrestling world. Lake Potter says, "What in the wide world of sports is going on here?"
Yeah.
What is it that the something of victory and the
agony of
defeat? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All I can remember is the agony of defeat. I can't remember the first part of it. Something about victory.
And what was the agony of defeat?
I don't remember.
It was that ski jumper.
That's right. Yeah, wiping
way
out.
Down.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that now. I was thinking the ski jumper, but I was thinking, was there something else? Yeah, it just shows it's showing our age because, they haven't been on in 20 years. And like poor Justin, he was still in his nappies when it went off the air,
We got Bill, Coast to Coast Drones. And we've got Unlimited Vertigo.
The thrill of victory. Thank you, Unlimited Vertigo.
The thrill of
victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah. Who was the thrill of victory? Do you remember what the opening was on that? Because it was always the ski jumper was the agony of defeat, but I can't remember who the thrill of victory was.
I'm seeing some runner crossing the line, breaking the tape and crossing the line.
Yeah, that's right.
Boston Marathon, I guess.
No, it was probably I'll tell you, it was probably the Summer Olympic runner because that would have been Summer Olympic and the ski jump in the Winter Olympics.
Right.
So that's probably exactly what it was. So you're right. It was a marathon, or it was
Bruce Jenner. Somebody said.
Well, that tape's no good anymore.
Well, now
that became the
he's
agony
on
of
the
defeat.
box of grape nuts.
Yeah. Which have no nuts in them.
Now we got Lloyd into a coughing fit.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, yeah, Bruce Jenner. Yeah, Bruce Jenner now represents the agony of defeat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what has happened to our world? It's just gone friggin' crazy when you think about it. It's just, but there's a Murder, She Wrote episode in which Jessica Fletcher inherits a football team, and it's like a minor league team. She inherits it, or she's became a business partner in it, and ended up becoming the owner. And she goes there, and the coach there is Bruce Jenner. Well, when you see how he's dressed, it doesn't take much of a stretch to go to Caitlyn. You know, it's just he was wearing them tight shorts. You know, little. It's just you can see. Oh, I should have known it back then. Type of thing.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because over the weekend, I forget what station it was, but there was some station, one of the ones that show all the old classic stuff. They were doing a humongous marathon of the Dean Martin roasts, one right after another, all weekend.
Oh, that would be Antenna TV.
Well, I don't remember what channel it was. I saw them on there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to program 4 hours worth of really good stuff. So here it is. I'm just gonna lock it in, and boom, 4 hours worth of good stuff. And they showed Bruce Jenner there on the dais, not making jokes, but just sitting. They cut to a shot of him, and I'm looking at his hairstyle, and it's like, yep, maybe it was way more evident back then, which nobody really
hindsight. Yeah, exactly. You're going like, oh, that you look at it now, and and a thing like Dean Martin would the celebrity roast. You'd never get by with that today. There'd be lawsuits. There'd be so many lawsuits that just from one show, just once, and there'd probably be billions of dollars made by lawyers over the lawsuit on that.
Yep.
Yeah, they played at the intro and like the halfway point. They come up with a disclaimer that said that these shows were made.
Oh boy!
Back when cultural norms were different, viewer discretion advised. I'm thinking, only old people, only people over the age of like 40, 50, or 60 are going to bother to watch this because we're the only ones that saw these and watched them and loved them.
Right.
Why are you bothering for this with us?
Yeah.
If we had, like if one of us had a 16-year-old grandchild in the room, we wouldn't, we just sit there and explain it to them.
Yeah, exactly. Joe Namath and I remember Joe Namath in that damn mink coat that he wore on the field. Yeah.
Yes.
That was different. He's just being a pimp.
Yeah, he was. He was just. That was Broadway Joe.
Yeah.
And
so Lloyd, what happened to Ann Coulter?
I don't know why.
You never see Caitlyn Jenner and Ann Coulter together in the same room. Yeah. And have you ever noticed?
Want to know.
I think she's got an Adam's apple, and she's got those big ass man hands too.
Yeah. He said, Charles. He said, "Yeah, they did do. They always had the two very first opening and ending clips, but there was other clips that they played in for the year that the best of last year's sports would be played in the next year's.
Right. Well, the one from '69 that I watched, "The Thrill of Victory," was a Formula racing car winning, and it cut right through that poor schlep who smashes. And it wasn't the ski jump; it was just some guy who lost it on the ski slope, and he's just falling and skidding.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was during the slalom, I think.
Because I remember also they stretched it out a little bit, and at one point, I remember them showing like the hurdles, and somebody screwing up on the hurdles, and somebody launching a javelin. That must also have been Bruce Jenner, I think, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Could have been.
Oh,
but yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at those clips because that was. I mean, because if you didn't follow sports or didn't read the sports page, then you could watch that and kind of get that was your weekly synopsis of sports, and they usually covered 3 or 4 during the, what was it, 2 hours long? Is that how long it was? I think it's about 2 hours. And, and that was back when it was back during the time when the Olympics was something to watch because, and they only had it every 4 years instead of every 2. And it was only every 8 years you got to see a Summer Olympic or a Winter Olympic, depending on what the previous 4 years was, because they switched. Didn't they, or did they do it twice a year? I thought 1 year would be.
No, they did it every 4 years.
Okay, both the summer and the winter, but the winter now it's every 2 years and it switches back and forth, doesn't it?
Yeah,
or does it? Yeah, I think
I don't know. I haven't
Winter
watched
Olympics
in a long time.
I think it's Winter Olympics one time, and then the 2 years later it's the Summer Olympics, and then 2 years after that it's the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
So I think they rotate them. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Each of them are every 4 years.
Good night, East Coast Thrills.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah, we're not talking. By the way, remember at the top of the hour, if you want to hear all the newest and latest news about, I don't know, there's some new drone out. If you want to hear about it, go to
or cameras.
Or cameras. Yeah, I hear there's supposed to be some sort of
free enough tonight.
Yeah, right. Well, we just did. So that's the end of that. Go watch Drone Nation if you want to hear any more about it. But you know what let me see if I can bring it up. I want to try this. I want to show you guys.
Good one, Justin.
Yeah. There's screen. Window.
Oh yeah, the Paralympic. Yep.
Let me see if this. I want to see. Hang on. Never mind. Cancel that because I don't have it set up yet. Let me go do that. I wanted to show you because I got my 3D.
But not everybody deserves happiness.
Let me bring that up. And I was going to show you I got my 3D printer running, and I was just going to pop it up. Oh, there is something I do want to share.
Oh, about time.
All right.
Hey, we got Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
The only Aussie to win coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we got Marcel.
Hey, Marcel.
Hey, Marcel.
It's nice to see these off his axes.
There we go. That is my 3D printer. I'm making a teapot and lid out of silk PLA. Making this for Judy. This is like my 4th one of these teapots because I keep giving them away, and I've got 2 more to make. But anyways, this is the AnchorMake M5. Now there's an M5C that is, I call it the AnchorMake Lite. It doesn't have the camera on it like this, and I can go over here and click. Whoops, I shut the light off, I think. There we go. All right, there it is. So, and it shut off by itself. Anyways, let me.
Looks better without the light.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Let me go back to this, and I'll stop sharing. But anyways, that's my new 3D printer. So, it'll print up to 500 millimeters a second, but that's too fast for something if you wanted to.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And also, let's see. Yeah. This is something else I want to share that I think everybody will understand when I show it. There we go. Let's share this.
Okay.
So, does anybody know what this is?
Yeah, it's Sturgis.
Yes, it is.
It
This is the live.
so.
Yes, it's a live feed from Sturgis. Yeah, aren't you lucky?
Well,
You're
last
smart.
time I checked a couple of hours, it was raining. So
It was. Yeah, I checked a little while ago. It had been raining and they were scattering everywhere, and I just checked it again, and they're all out there. Ron has let me know he will be there Friday. He's currently at work, so if you want to see old number 7, you're probably going to have to tune in on Matt North's show on Friday evening.
Oh.
If he has a show. Otherwise, Justin will have to have it. So
one of us will do it. If
Yeah.
one of you will do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, you can come on my fishing show.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he could come on you. You
That'd
reach out to him
build
see
up
if he.
my watch hours.
Yeah, you get old number 7 on a
Good
guarantee.
night.
See, that's what I was hoping for tonight because this popped up in my feed today. It's like, holy shit, Sturgis is on. I was hoping he would, but he's working today, so he. But anyways, I'm going to. That's that. So that's what's going on. So that's something you can look forward to on Friday.
Cool.
Somebody here will have. Damn. There's bugs flying around here. It's Oklahoma. You know, we have bugs fly everywhere. It's just like, but so yeah, it's it'll be on Paul Murray's show, I'm sure.
Okay.
Murray's,
So
Matt will have it as well.
yes, you're right, Glenn. That is not the place to yell Harleys suck. Yeah, that's a good place to get your ass.
Kawasaki's rule.
I thought the greatest thing that I saw was 4 years ago, was it? 3 years ago when they had the Antifa
Oh, yeah.
sissies all. Oh my God!
One of them kicked another biker's bike.
When it went by, and oh shit, those guys were just about dead. And I'll give those bikers credit. They were very respectful of the law enforcement, not the little dweebs.
Right.
As soon as they did it, all the cops surrounded them and then marched them. I mean, they were in a circle and marched them out of that area and got them the hell out of there. And they were very respectful of the cops. The cops were doing their job. Those little dweebs deserved an ass whooping, and they probably got one later on out of sight of the cops. But while the cops were there, they showed restraint and respect, and I thought that was that speaks a lot of the caliber of people that go up there. But I thought that was funny because I like, oh my God, that was yeah, 17,000 and bike weed is more like 1.5 million. You're probably right, because that is a lot of bikes there. So, So anyways, that's what's going on here. Like I said, I got my 3D printing going on, a little update there to Sturgis, and you can, I didn't put the link in the description, but you can find it, just write Sturgis and it'll pop up on your feed. For some reason it popped up on mine today, so I thought, oh, okay. Probably because I've had it on this show a few times when Ron was up there, so, but he said he'd be there Friday, so he'll be on somebody's show Friday, and
Cool.
Let's see. Anything else been going on exciting? That's all I got going on, you know. But I definitely enjoy my printer because it's I can use it. That means it's idiot proof, you know. And I am learning. Well, I mean, it printed. It took me 10 minutes to. It took me 10 minutes to put it together. About 15 minutes to put it together. It was just 16 screws is all it was. And, you know, it's made out of aircraft metal. The new one, now the hot end on this one has, it is part
Uncle Bill?
plastic and part, and that's where the
Hey, Bill.
extruder goes through, and that's where the filament goes through, and everything. It melts. Part of it's plastic, part of it's metal, and then it's got a brass 4 millimeter. Or 0.4 millimeter nozzle on it. But the new one, the 5C, which is a smaller footprint, it doesn't have the touchscreen. You do everything through your phone or through your computer. And because it's got Wi-Fi connectivity, it's also $300 cheaper than the M5 is the more expensive. The M5C is $300 cheaper, but it's got a little bit smaller print area, and it's the light version, but it does as far as the technology and everything, it does the same as the M5 does. And
now, didn't the M5 destroy the Excalibur?
I think so.
Star Trek reference.
Yes.
Well, at least the M5 didn't break out in song.
Yes, and I have not seen that episode, and I'm really not sure. But I've been hearing that somebody write it's Star Trek was never a musical, so I'm not even sure. Have you seen it, Charles?
I have.
No.
I watched it.
Oh, did you? Is it really that bad?
I didn't think it was that bad.
It's just silly, right?
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Star Trek is known for having at least once every season. They've always had some silly episode. A lot of them were drama. A lot of them. Trouble with Tribbles. One of the favorite, everybody's favorite episodes, but it was absolutely stupid. There was no point in it. You know, it was so important that the Tribbles are so iconic that in the Kelvin timeline, the second Star Trek Beyond, they actually brought the Tribble in on that in that movie.
Oh,
in Star Trek.
Well, they also brought it back for SD9.
Yep, DS9.
DS9. SD9.
Yeah.
That was my dyslexia acting up. That's how tired I am.
An episode called Troubles and Tribulations where they had to go back in time. And
because Darwin
the
went back in time to try to kill Kirk. Yeah.
That's right. Well, in the Kelvin timeline, like I said, in the movie Star Trek Beyond, there's Tribbles there, and one of them was
mean
dead.
looking.
And the doctor was using Khan's blood because it has regenerative powers. He uses it on the dead Tribble. That's how Dr. McCoy finds out that he can resurrect Captain Kirk, who dies in of course it's the Kelvin timeline, so it's a complete different set of actors. It's actually what it is. It's the it was the last one Leonard Nimoy made, and
no, that's not correct, Mark.
No, Harry Mudd's Women was the first one.
Yeah,
yes,
wasn't it? Yeah, Harry Mudd's Women. That was the second time they met Harry Mudd. The first time was when he had those.
Second time they met was Mudd when they got hijacked.
That's right. That's right.
Robot plan, android plan.
Yeah, the Tribbles was
Cyrano Jones was the rogue on
Cyrano Jones. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his sentence was to pick up every Tribble. So that just shortened his sentence by just a few months. Yes, that's right. Now, they brought back Mudd in Discovery, though.
Yeah.
Did they?
He was a
murderous
psychopath, wasn't he?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay. It wasn't the same actor, was it?
No, Roger C. Carmel's been dead for 40 years.
40 years, I was going to say.
Yeah.
But hey, they just look at the one they just did with Leonard Nimoy at the end of
right.
If
Picard.
That's no. Was it the end of Picard they did that? No, that they did. They redid the ending on Generations.
Yeah.
In which they show after it was all said and done, and Kurt has been buried there, and they showed Leonard Nimoy going back to, and they're explaining that's how they ended up in Picard. That's how they ended up with Kurt's body, because Spock went back to get him. He went back to that planet because he was buried on that planet, and then they brought up. They have an AI generated Leonard Nimoy, and if you haven't seen that one, it is really kind of creepy in a way. But it's like with. Has anybody seen the Flash movie?
No.
Okay,
No, didn't.
I have, and I think it's coming on HBO here. Is it HBO or
We got
on Max?
Mike,
Not
Mike
HBO.
Train here.
Oh, hey, Night Train. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Yeah, but they used a lot of cameos in that movie because it's a paradox. It's based off of the paradox or Flashpoint. I mean, it's based off of the Flashpoint episode in the comics, and let's just say there's a lot of people from our younger time period as young adults and young people that they have brought back into the show just as cameos. I mean, it's like, if you get up to go to the bathroom to drain off that extra large, if you go to the bathroom to drain off that extra giant size Coke that they sell you at the theater, you've done missed it. So, but it is good, and but a lot of it was they did a lot of CGI in it, and I think they kind of sold themselves short. I think they overdid the CGI in that movie, and it's hard getting past the guy that plays the Flash, that plays Barry
Goldwater.
No, not Barry Goldwater. The Flash is, no, the guy who's the Flash. What's his name? My mind just went. Anyways, Barry is his. I want to say Barry Gordon, but that's not it.
No,
that's Barbara Gordon, and that's
Barry. Maybe it's Barry Bonds. No, that's Bobby Bonds.
And those.
It's baseball.
Anyways, I don't know who the guy.
Barry West, right?
Barry Gibb.
No, West is his girlfriend. Is his girlfriend's name?
Okay.
West is. I don't know the name of the actor. But anyways, just look up the. Yeah. No. Well, anyways, the guy that plays the Flash is
Barry Allen.
Isn't his Ezra?
Barry Allen. Thank you. The guy who plays Barry Allen is one of those that I identify as, and he was going to sue the police because they used the wrong pronoun in all of this. Who?
Ezra Miller is the actor's name.
Ezra Miller, yes. He plays two parts in this movie. Actually, he plays one part, but he plays two different time periods of himself. Okay? The younger version of himself is the fruitcake that you have seen in the news. He's just that flaky. And it's like, oh my God, that was the only problem I had. If they'd had anybody but Ezra Miller, I think that would have been an absolute hit of a movie. But Grant Gustin plays the Flash in the TV series, I think, doesn't he?
Right.
Ezra Miller plays it in the movie.
Hugh Grant.
No, that's not Hugh Grant. He's too old to play the Flash. Although, Michael Keaton does play Batman.
That's not what the prostitute said.
That was 30 years ago, Art.
Yeah.
He was 30 years younger then. Of course she didn't say that.
What was her name? Oh, Destiny Brown.
Really?
Or Divine Brown.
I don't
Divine
know.
Brown, I thought it was.
Divine Brown. See,
that was
because
the hooker's
somebody
name?
talked about that the other night on TV or something.
Sorry, guys, I had to have a cigarette. My box is empty. But yeah, Ezra Miller, his.
I'm having a tin cup.
There you go. His idiosyncrasies come out in the movie, but he plays a very good, serious Barry Allen. But when he plays the younger version that had a different life because of some things that got moved around, he's a fruitcake in that one. And you're going, he's got a laugh like the Joker. He could have played the Joker. He's got one of them giggling laughs and just like, oh God.
Well, then whatever happened to Barry Allen Rippey?
I don't know. Who's that?
Don't you mean Rodney Allen Rippey?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was a comedian.
Right.
I think, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, Art, if you're going to throw them one-line obscure things, at least get the friggin' names right. Jesus.
Hey, we got Jim. He helps at home.
Hey, Jim, how you doing? And I've noticed, in case you guys haven't been keeping up, Jim has put out a couple of more videos here lately. He there for a while, he wasn't putting out any out, but he's put out a couple. And
good.
I think tomorrow we're either going to have leftover pizza. We were talking about pizza on Art's show Sunday, so I had pizza today. Tomorrow I may cook. If I don't have leftover pizza, I'm going to make the goulash because I've been craving that. I told Judy about it. So I think I'm going to try making the goulash. But you're putting out another video tomorrow. So guys, if you want to learn about cooking and it's in a very informative, easy to understand way, but it's also entertaining, especially the clips at the end. Go check out Help at Home Jim. So really check him out because he is actually one of my very first subscribers, one of my earliest ones, and he's the one who put together that birthday video for me several years ago, and he put a lot of effort into that.
Oh my God, it's snowing!
No, that was a different one.
That was Chris.
That was Chris Waters. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was taken off. Whose show was that? Off my show, or was I on Mel's show that night?
I think it was Mel's show.
Was it Mel's show? Yeah, it probably was. And I had to check here. I have to check to make sure. I got my new shirt to wear to the thing Saturday evening, and it's just a pullover, It's a cheap $20 on sale Walmart shirt, but it's nice and comfortable. But I had one that I like, one of my favorites to wear, and I wore it out here a week or so. One I wore, and I just grabbed it, slipped it on, and went out, and it's comfortable. Boy, it felt good, And I get home, and I happen to look down, and I notice there's a tag down here at the bottom. I thought, well, I thought I took all the tags off. What I had done is I had wore it inside out, which put it backwards. And I'd gone into the bank. I'd gone into the store.
Wow, what is wrong with this stuff?
I was wearing this shirt inside out and backwards. And it wasn't until I got home I looked down like, oh my God. Judy says, what's the matter? I said, look at my shirt.
Bus just stopped.
So I had to look here for a minute and think, did I wear this inside out again or something? But no, I didn't. I got it on right, but oh my God, yeah, that was.
I got my company shirt on. That's the company I work for.
Oh, okay. Do they provide you with the shirt, or do they just sell them in their gift shop?
Yep.
Oh, they do provide them.
I got 4 pair of these. I've got the blue one with the plain white emblem, and on the back it's got a thing about think safety, think safely.
Well, fortunately, it was just a pullover shirt. I didn't have to try and button it up, So it was just a t-shirt type. But it's like, how in the hell did I do that? I still don't know. It's just Because what I did was the night before, I just pulled it off and turned it inside out and tossed it over on the chair. And then I was in a hurry the next morning, just grabbed because I just put it on the day before, and I just grabbed it and put it on. And it wasn't until I got home what the hell is this printing on the front? Why is this? What the hell did I do? And I'd been walking around. I went into the bank dressed that way. It's like, oh my God, because that meant because it was payday. I stood in line in the bank dressed like that. And then I went over to, where else did I go to? Somewhere else. It was, you'd think you'd dress up a little nicer, as a business office or something. I forgot what I was like. They're probably thinking, where'd this old goat come from? Does he know? But hey, I gave them something to talk about the rest of the day. Did you see that old fool in here wearing a shirt inside out and raw and backwards? Yeah.
Emotional, damn it.
Pretty much, that was it. So, hey guys, we have managed to waste an hour.
Yes.
And the rest of you have managed to waste it with us.
My video will go live.
Poor lad, he's retired. Yeah, they probably were. Yeah.
Now he shows up.
Jesus. As usual.
What?
Just about
But
the way.
not everybody deserves happiness.
Are you just ending, are you, mate?
Yeah.
I was just getting ready to say my goodbyes. Yeah.
Oh, pardon. Sorry about that. All right.
Well, that's all right.
Nice
We
to
can
see
hang
everyone.
for a few more minutes. So.
Oh.
So are you being?
Looks like you got your Uncle Roger shirt on.
Uncle Roger.
Yeah, he wears the orange polo shirt.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't taken much notice of that.
He's hilarious.
Are you doing your show Friday
Yes,
or
mate,
Saturday
yeah.
your time?
Yes, going to be doing that. And Ron Lockwood will be live from Sturgis once again.
Oh,
yes,
awesome.
yes. I've been promoting your show because I just showed a live feed from Sturgis a little bit ago on here because I have it brought up. There's a live feed running on it. So, and I'd contacted Ron to ask him if he was going to be, if he was at work or was he at Sturgis. He said he'd be there Friday. So I was telling everybody to check out old number 7 on your show Friday night, our time, Saturday, your time.
Yeah, man. Old number 7. Yeah, we did. I showed it on Rodney's show last week or the week before, whatever it was, where we had Ron live on his cam, and we were on the Sturgis street cams as well, and we were following Ron on the street cams. It was unreal. It was great.
Yeah. I think I saw that when you were doing that, but yeah. So he told me he was going to he'd be up there Friday night, so they can check out old number 7 on Friday on your show. So,
or if it's not old number 7, it'll be someone that will replace her.
That's right.
Okay.
And of course, you all want to go and watch that after Art has done his fishing channel show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, what time are you going on, Art?
I am on the same time as my. Wait a minute. I'm on at 6 p.m. Mountain time.
6 p.m. So it's an hour before I start this show. So it would be 2 hours from now. So whatever time it is, go back 2 hours from what your time is right now, Matt.
Is that 2 hours back from now? What is it? 11. Yeah, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. 9 a.m. And how long does it go for, Art?
An hour.
Okay. Oh, no worries. Yeah, well, I'll come on at 10 then. Well, which is, 7 o'clock your time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So glad I was able to help coordinate that.
And you've always been working for me, Lloyd. I'll send a check in the mail. We'll get that sorted.
All right. Yeah.
You scare peanut. Big man like you scare peanut. Hiya.
Art, we're going to break your soundboard.
Yeah. I nearly snapped Kim's in 2 a couple of weeks ago. Oh, my God. He's got some good ones on there now, though.
Oh, does it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your blinker right here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
Actually, there's nothing behind me. I'll turn that off. I'm at a set of lights just waiting. That's normal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were just fixing to finish up here because the Drone Nation is on now, and people are, I'm sure they're wanting to have all the latest information about the Air 3. You know, like,
the Air 3 or the GoPro.
You know what?
Black.
I'll give you quickly. I'll give you my 2 cents quickly on that Air 3, right? If you're really concerned, well, not concerned, if you really want the best it is, there's always another one that comes out. And the Air 3 will not be the best that Air 3 is.
No.
The Air 3, might they call an Air 3S, they might call an Air 3 Pro.
Right.
But it'll have it'll have a better camera on it. Now, whether that's what you want is a better camera, who knows? All right, that's what I'm after, though. I'm after a better camera.
Yeah. Right.
And the next one, I wouldn't be surprised if the next one came out with a 1-inch sensor, with the technology that the stack has got, but the mirrored or reverse lit bloody sensor.
Yeah.
And also, it may even have an adjustable aperture because it's been 2018 since they released a drone with a 1-inch sensor and adjustable aperture. Now, that's a long time, man.
Yeah, that is. That's 5 years, yeah. Which one was that? Was that the Mavic?
That'd be
2 Pro.
the
2 Pro.
Mavic 2 Pro, okay.
Yeah. So it may even have that. And it may not jump on it may not impede on the Mavic 3 sales because the Mavic 3 still got that 4/3, which is a bigger sensor again. So they may actually introduce that adjustable aperture on the next Air. We'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
Yeah, wait and see. But it's got all the bells and whistles like the Mavic 3 has with its obstacle avoidance and all that sort of stuff. And that thing I did a video on the weekend about that. Oh, my God, it blew me away. Stunning. I poopy pants a few times. But anyway, it did amazing, mate. It did. It's the first time I played with it, and it's just crazy. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah,
but anyway,
there's always a new one coming out, and the first release, to me, the first release of each one of these is always it's not always the bottom end because sometimes they go backwards with them, like an Air 3 Lite or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you just got to look at the minis, SE, Mini SE, Mini Pro, and all this other shit. I would have been so pissed if I'd bought the original Mini, and 6 months later, or 7 or 8 months later, wasn't that long. Actually, it might have been a bit longer than that. But anyway, if I'd gone out, 8 months after the release of a Mini 1 and gone and bought it and go, oh, that's right. A couple of months later, the Mini 2 comes out with OcuSync and a better camera. Oh, I would have been spewing.
Mm-hmm.
So, this sort of shit goes on, and it's a pattern DJI follows constantly, So within the next year, there's going to be an upgrade to this 3, and, let's keep an eye on what camera that's got. But as I said, if the camera's not important, I mean, the Air 3 it's a stunning pictures from what I can gather, There's nothing wrong with it. It all depends on what you want and what you're using it for and what you want to do with it. But 90% of the people out there, they'll fly it and they'll get great images. There's no issues with that at all. But it doesn't have, and this is when it comes into using it for semi-professional use and all that sort of shit too. Is it only comes with D-Log M, not D-Log. The original Air 2S comes out with D-Log, and they've gone backwards with that with D-Log M.
Yeah.
So the next one will come out with. I can't see the next Air 3 come out without D-Log. The flattest profile you can have. So anyway, that's just what I think. Anyway, it'll probably
Mini
go down.
Phantom 5. That's one That's one I'm waiting on. Yeah.
The Mini Phantom 5. Yeah, man.
Mini Phantom 5 Pro SE.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a name and a half. It'll probably be that. But anyway, that's just what I think. So.
Well, my first DJI was I bought the Spark, and within a week or two, I realized
that would be the
I needed
Spock down there.
Yeah, the Spock, yeah. But I bought the Spark, and then I realized that I need a little bit more sensors around it because I'd already run it into a tree a couple of times, backing up. So I thought, well, I better. So I went with the original Mavic Air.
Yep.
And I haven't bought another DJI drone since until the Avata came out, and even then I waited probably 6 months after it came out to make sure. See, most of the bugs were worked out of it by then. So, yeah. And that's, and I probably won't buy another one until, I may not ever buy another one, it just depends. And I've never owned a GoPro or any other action camera. Except.
Didn't you win one from somebody
I did, yeah,
told you to pay for the shipping?
Yeah, it was on your show.
No, it wasn't.
That's where I won it on, was on your show.
Oh, yes, that's right. But that was QC.
But it wasn't you that told. Yeah, it was somebody else. But this is the only other action camera I've had, and it's the, it's the Olympus. What's it called? The Olympus Tough, I guess is what it's called. So, and it's too damn heavy to. It's also green, so that's why it's see through. But it's too damn heavy to put on a drone because it weighs quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Matt.
Okay,
well, wait and see if he comes back. If he does, we'll put him back in. If he doesn't, we'll just call it a good day. And
okay.
Get Powered Mini Fan 5.1. Yeah, there we go. That's the one we need.
Oh, there he is.
What happened, Matt?
Pushed the wrong button, mate.
Okay.
So tech savvy.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that occasionally too. So, but yeah. So I haven't bought, I bought the Avata, and that was the first one I bought since the original Mavic Air came out. So, and I got, my hobbies are so varied that, and I have trouble, and I switch. I'll get, like, right now I'm into 3D printing because I got this Anchor Make and I love it, so that's what I'm doing this week. Also, I'm using it to build parts for my ventriloquist dummy that I'm working on. So,
there you go.
Yeah, and his name is, I've already named him. His name is Justin. Just sounded like a dummy's name,
Or a transgender doll. Yeah, that'd
there we go.
Yeah. No, Justin. Sorry.
Justin. Yeah.
That's it.
I just decided that was a great name, and I've already got the voice worked up for him, and I got to get him. Yeah. I just got to get him built now, and I've got all the parts. I've got all the parts printed, and I've got all the putty laid on it, all the sculpting part done on it. I've just got to finish painting it now and finish the assembly on it, and I'll be, and then I've got the body frame for it. I just got to make the rest of the body, the arms and the legs, and put some clothes on, and it's ready to go. It's going to be a full size. It's going to be a 42-inch. So,
that's what she said.
Yeah, it's going to be almost as big as Art.
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah, not quite. How tall are you, Art?
It'd be more like Brad Williams size.
Yeah, it'd probably be more like Brad.
Yeah. Except he's got a melon on that guy.
He does have a huge head.
Yeah.
If you can find it, you gotta find it.
How the hell he walks around without going like, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, he's one of the best things though is to see him up on the trunk with Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham literally picks him up and puts him on the trunk with where he keeps his dummies. Yeah, And there's a whole, if you get a chance, check out Brad Williams and Jeff Dunham, because it's
I'll have
just type that in, because it's funny. He explains the whole routine and how it happened and everything, and there's video for it. And it is funny because he was Jeff Dunham was doing some sort of comedy fundraiser thing, and they invited Brad Williams. Who invited the midget to be on the Jeff Dunham show? Whose bright idea was it to invite the midget to the puppet show? It's very good. It's very funny. So see, I haven't done that to you, Art. I haven't. We haven't worked out a ventriloquist routine with you yet. So, but anyways. Well, Matt, I hate to cut you off, but I've got to get see my wife's up getting ready to get herself into some trouble, so I'm going to have to get off here and call it a night. And thank you for coming in, though, and I'll try and drop in and check out your show on Friday if I'm awake.
Man, should be good. Yeah.
And Charles and Dominic and Art, I appreciate all of you coming in and helping and covering for me while I had to go take care of that damn dog. And to everybody in the chat, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you coming in, spending a little time with us. You could have been and seen a real entertaining show instead of us. You sat through our garbage. So
I'm the only entertainment here.
And that shows you the quality of how low we've sunk. Because if he's the only entertainment, that's
a worry.
We're pretty low class, yeah. So,
if you don't like the jokes, talk to this guy. He's the guy that sent the books to me.
Yeah, I have to pay for it every damn week too. So,
that'll teach you.
It did. It's taught me a lot. Never again. So, anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. I'm just going to go ahead and end the broadcast now. So, everybody, y'all have a good week.
Okay.
See you.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.